the stories, oftentimes actually, the stories that we learn as children, fairy tales, for example, nursery rhymes, oftentimes there is a moral and an important message contained in those fairy tales and nursery rhymes. Not absolutely, but oftentimes. And one of the more familiar, at least the one I recall quite well, has a great and important moral to it. It's the story of the three pigs. And you know, the three pigs built three different houses, one in straw, one in sticks, and the other in brick. And the wolf comes along and tries to blow the house down. He blows the first two down, straw and sticks, but he can't obviously destroy the house built with brick. It's really a parable or a model for a person's life. What is my life built of? Is it strong enough to withstand the huffing and puffing of not a wolf, but the devil? If it's built of straw, if it's weak, if it's shallow, if it's superficial, it can never withstand the assaults of the devil. But if it's built of brick, it's strong enough to withstand even the fiercest and most ferocious attack of the devil. He really is real. He delights when people deny or doubt that the devil exists. You can see signs of the activity of the devil all around us. He's been active throughout history, and he continues to be active, and it seems like more active than normal these days. And he's after everyone's life, everyone's soul. He wants to destroy us. He wants to destroy our hope. He wants to destroy our faith. He wants to destroy our families. He wants to destroy us individually. He wants to destroy our society and the world. And he's huffing and puffing. And if we're weak, he will destroy you. If I'm weak, he will destroy me. And so what is it that we need to do in order to guarantee or assure that we have the strength to withstand the attacks of the evil one, the wolf, the devil? This scripture today from the Old Testament presents the Ten Commandments. That's a formula, or I could say it's a floor plan or a construction plan for how to build a house of brick. The Ten Commandments are fundamental. They're basic. And yet, so oftentimes people treat the Ten Commandments as if they were 10 suggestions. And look what happens to individuals who don't take God's commandments seriously or take God seriously. Look what happens to families. Look what happens to societies that don't take God seriously or dismiss the commandments as suggestions. History teaches us that societies collapse when they're not built of brick. Societies and civilizations collapse when they're not built on a relationship with God and a seriousness about listening to what God has to say. Not with fear and trepidation, but rather to know that God has the formula, the game plan, the floor plan for building a house that is strong, a life that is strong. Because he wants us to be strong. He wants us to be filled with peace. He wants us to go to heaven. Whereas the evil one, the wolf, wants to confuse us. He wants to discourage us. He wants to distress us. He wants to depress us. He wants to destroy us. In short, he wants to bring us to hell. And Lent is about recognizing the fundamentals of what it means to be a Christian. Build your house on a brick. Build a life strong, strengthened by God's commandment, strengthened by God's presence in our life through a serious prayer life. How often do we take serious time in talking to God? I've often said I think most of us spend more time on the iPhone or the computer than we do in conversation with God. Every day there should be some time allotted to a serious conversation with God. Lord, this is my day. These are the issues I'm facing. Help me to be faithful to you because I know, God, you are faithful to me. Help me to follow your basic game plan for my life, the Ten Commandments. Help me to examine my life by the Ten Commandments. The first three commandments deal with loving God. Have no strange gods before him. Take not his name in vain. Honor the Sabbath day. Those are basic, fundamental ways to have strength in our relationship with God and to strengthen our lives and strengthen our souls against the attacks of the enemy, the devil. The last 7, they deal with our relationship with others. Honor your father and your mother. You shall not kill. We respect human life. Adultery. What is our attitude and our behavior towards sexuality? Do not steal. Do we take what's not ours and make excuses about it? Do not bear false witness. Am I lying about others? Am I gossiping about others? Am I passing judgment on others? Do not covet your neighbor's wife, very much like adultery. And do not covet your neighbor's goods. Do not always look at what other people have, but look at the gifts God has given you and me. 10 basic commandments for our life is built of rock, built of stone, built of brick. The gospel story talks about the Lord entering the temple, and people had been defiling it. They were selling things in it and exchanging money. We're not selling money in the temple and so forth, but we defile, we desecrate, we dirty the temple of our souls when we don't put God first. It's all about God cleansing the temple, but he also wants to cleanse our souls, which is a temple too, of anything that is distracting us from putting God first. That's simple, basic, fundamental. Want a house of brick that withstands the attack of the wolf, the devil? Put God first. Adore him first. Believe in him before all else. Commit your life to him. Surrender your life to him. Abandon your life to him. Speak to him. Worship him. Take him seriously, as I must too. There's a little prayer or meditation someone gave me about imagining that God is speaking to us, because God does want to speak to us and does if we only listen. And listen to these words as if God were speaking to you directly today, because I think he is. I believe he is, through the words of this meditation. Imagine that God is speaking to you. You do not have to be clever to please me. All you have to do is to desire my love. Talk to me as you would to a dear friend. Are you afraid of anything? Trust your fears to me. I will not leave you. Whom do you want to pray for? I know their needs, but I want you to show your love for them and trust me to do what I know is best. Tell me the things you feel guilty about, and I will forgive you. Do not be ashamed of your past. There are many saints in heaven who had the same faults as you. They prayed, and gradually their faults were corrected. Has anyone caused you pain? Tell me about it. And if you add that you will forgive them, I will send a special gift of healing. Never hesitate to ask for blessings for your body and mind, for health and success. I can give you everything you need. Remember to tell me of your love and gratitude. Go along now with your work or play. Come back soon and bring me a devoted heart. Tomorrow I shall have more blessings for you. Want a house that can withstand even the attacks of the devil? A life that is strong and secure against the attack of the wolf, the evil one? Imagine God speaking to you today. He's speaking to you and me. Come back each day and bring me a devoted